Well, hey everybody. Another beautiful day out in the garden today, and I wanted to share a couple things with you. I planted the other two beds that I hadn't when I mentioned in the last video, and I basically did like a Native American garden and a melon patch over there, and I just want to share that with you. And there's some pretty cool stuff happening with the sunflowers I also wanted to show you, but I might get rained out here in a second. It's been raining all day, all night, all day yesterday. So you can see there's some real ominous looking clouds out there. But this is what's going on down in the garden. Now these were 4 rows right here that I planted. I have sunflowers and beans together on the outside. And then I've got popcorn and butternut squash growing in the middle 2 rows. And I put the beans on the outside so that way I could get to them. The popcorn and the butternut squash is something you don't really mess with until the end of summer when it's ready to harvest, when they're all dying back and everything already. So here's the butternut, and there's some of the Shaman's blue popcorn. Some more over here, butternut, Shaman's blue popcorn. And then the sunflowers are the sunflowers I got from 420 Homestead that I grew last year and kept the seeds from. There's sunflower there. Bean. We're missing a sunflower, but another bean. There's a sunflower. And it goes all the way down. And then I planted a melon patch over here with 4 different types of weird melons. And they just now started to pop up. I gotta show that. The beans and this corn in here are growing so much, I actually have to step over the bean vine right here. So I planted this corn and these beans together at the same time. Some people say that if you're going to do a 3 sisters, to wait and scatter it out. But I've noticed that the beans are going to come up right away. They're going to win in the marathon race, or in the sprint. But the corn basically catches up after so long. And then the bean slows down and the corn starts growing like crazy. So I planted all these guys together, and this is that red sweet corn, and these are rattlesnake pole beans, which are pretty cool. But here's what I came to show you guys. Here's some of the melons, and these are those little yellow watermelons, not sugar baby, but they're yellow and a little round, super early. And that's a Kazakh melon. I've got a couple of them growing up down the row. This is a collective farm woman's melon. And these two are both like, Eastern European melons. Some old school melons there. And I think this is a white watermelon that I planted in here. And then the yellow melons. So, but yeah, the squash we planted a week ago or so has already got flowers on them. But yeah, everything's growing nice. We finally got some good rain the last 2 days, so we're pretty happy with that. The plants are pretty happy too. And look at the lettuce that's starting to flower and go to seed. These lettuce plants, like this is almost, that's up to my chest right there. Sorry if it's shaky, guys. But yeah, this is what I really wanted to show you. These sunflowers over here are up to my chin. Past it, I'm actually looking head on at them. Right here. This one here is the tallest one. And these are those Mammoth Sunflowers that 420 grows down at his place. And he sent me a bunch of seeds. Gosh, it was like 3 years ago, I think. 2-3 years ago. And I've always wanted to grow cucumbers with sunflowers. And Roosevelt, my buddy Roosevelt, in my wilderness. He grew them like that last year at his place. And what happened was the sunflowers ended up shading out the cucumbers, and he didn't get the results with the cucumbers he wanted. So I actually planted sweet peas in a middle row. I actually didn't plant it. My wife did. And there's 3 rows here, 2 sunflowers on the outside and a shady spot down in the middle. If you guys can see this. And this is perfect for lettuce, any type of cool weather stuff that when the heat starts coming on, they either die back or they bolt really quick. They start to taste bitter. And we planted a bunch of purple potted peas. If you guys can see these little guys are purple. Now I planted purple potted peas here. The seeds were purple potted peas, but there's kind of a mix. There's these ones that have like a purple flower that have a really dark colored bean. And if I can find them, there's another one that's got like a light purple flower. If you guys can see that right there. That's got peas that look like this. Where it's like a mix kind of. Super cool. But we've got a whole bunch of peas growing in here. Let me show you. Yeah, how cool is that? I'd munch on these guys right now, but I'm going to wait and see if they'll get a little bit bigger. Maybe the next day or so. But yeah, all the way down through here, through these sunflowers, we've got peas planted. And yeah, rather than build a box or a shade cloth or do all that other stuff, I mean, there's plants that can do that for you. You know, it's kind of like permaculture on a small scale on an annual vegetable garden. You know, consider these to be trees, and you need certain types of crops to grow in the shade. And then you also have a bunch of vining crops that want to grow up it like beans and stuff. So you can emulate permaculture in an annual vegetable garden. Look at that guy. That's a pretty looking pea, huh? Damn. And these little shoots right here, if you can see that little shoot sticking out, that little new growth, you can eat those too. You can cut them off right there when they're nice and young and tender like this, and you can put them in salads too and get the same pea flavor. And you'd have some fresh peas and some pea shoots. And down here, she planted a bunch of sunflowers too, and not all of them came up. There's only like 1 or 2 over here on this side, 2 here, and then 2 there. But over here, there's some beans, and these are Kentucky Wonderful beans. And they're getting big and bushy already. And you can see there's actually a little tiny little bean. I didn't even notice that till now. You guys can see that little bean right there. And they're growing right up into this sunflower right here. Check that out. Here's some more flowers here. There's going to be some nice beans hanging down on these. So, and the sunflowers are loving it. You know, I'm actually kind of starting to think that sunflowers make better trellises for beans than corn, actually. Because, I mean, that's some solid stuff right there. And then here's another sunflower. See if I can get that little bug on there. Here we go. So yeah, that's what's happening in the garden right now. That's just one of the things. I thought the sunflowers would be pretty cool because I got some new ones coming up just now. And I've got some sweet peas growing in the middle of some, and some beans growing up some other ones. And I'm going to leave you guys with this. We planted radishes in here, right? And all the radishes started bolting already. And I like these are pea pods from the radishes. And I think these guys taste actually even better than the radish themselves. So, it's like a sweet pea that has a little spice to it. Really good. Really, really good. But I got some monster radishes growing on here, on these guys. That's the daikon radish right there. That's going to get huge. There's some more monster ones in here I was wanting to show you, if I could find them. And I don't know, I mean, these guys are bolting, so they might just reseed and plant more for a fall crop. But there's another one right there too. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you wanted to grow some lettuce in your garden in the summertime and not have it turn out like mine where it's 5 feet tall and starts to taste bitter when it gets real warm in the summertime, you can plant them in a shady spot where you can grow a plant that's going to shade them out, which would work perfect. So peas also too. You can use peas the same way. So thanks for watching, guys. You guys all take care.